9つ
これが大体マイクが入らない気がするんですな。
マイク持ちましょうかね。マイクマイクここ。
大丈夫ですよ。
マイク OK？
OK らっしい。
音声さん OK？
テストお願いします。
OK らっしい。ありがとうらっしい。Thank you.
So, okay, it works. I expected Funashi to become a star after being at the Foreign Correspondents Club, but I have to admit, seems to be a star even now. And we never had so many people here at this time. The last time I remember was some sort of prime minister. So, Funashi really, yes, is a superstar, and this is why it comes to us today. First, we will have some short conversation, and after this, you are free to ask all questions you ever had and want to ask Funashi. And please, sorry, yes. And I have to welcome Hashimoto-san. She is the interpreter of today. So, I just. Yes, you asked all the questions. Be quiet. And if you ask any questions, this is a message I learned first. Funashi is without gender. Don't say he or she or something like this. It's just Funashi. Whoever makes a mistake, yes, you get punished. As you know, local mascot characters are quite popular in Japan. I experienced this 2 weeks ago when I went to Germany. I had many mascots on my back. There's nothing left because all the kids and even the grown-up took them away. And Chiba-kun was the most popular. I was surprised, but I have no Chiba-kun left. I had 2. And maybe Funashi is a sign that, yes, this type of Japanese economy is quite popular in the world.
ここ日本外国特派員協会にデビューしたらその後セレブになるのかなと思ったらもうすでに大変なスーパースターであるということが皆さんの反応からも分かりました。で、まあもう当然な彼はフナッシーはスーパースターなんですけども皆様に今日一つ注意があります。彼にフナッシーに対して質問するときにフナッシーは性別がないということですので he とか she とか彼はとかそういう言葉は出ないようにみんなで気をつけましょう。でこの司会のハンセンはですねドイツに2週間前にいまして、ドイツにもいろんなマスコットがあるなということをリュックに子供がぶら下げているマスコットなんかを見ながら眺めていましたけども、日本ではこういったキャラがスタートして君臨するんだなとこういうのが受けるんだななんて今見てて思いました。
Okay.
Thank you.
Dozo. And in the beginning I will ask Funashi a few questions. The first, so instead of speech, because Funashi is not a big speaker. He's quite active, maybe hyperactive sometimes. I made the mistake. He. And so we will have some sort of speech in with question and answer. The first question I would like Funashi to answer is you went to New York. Why New York?
ではですね、フナッシーはですね、ちょっと演説はあまりなさらないということで、もうこの段階から司会との対談という形で話を進めさせていただければと思います。で、1つ目の質問なのですが、フナッシー、なぜ今回ニューヨークに行ったんでしょうか。
一言で言うとお仕事ですな。
まあ、in one word it was work.
ニューヨークコレクションっていう舞台に東京ランウェイの日本のブランドが出ることになって、そのアンバサダーとしてフナッシーが任命されたらしい。
You see, I became an ambassador of this fashion event. It's called Tokyo Runway, and Tokyo Runway had this opportunity to go to New York, and there's New York collection. And so I, as the ambassador, went there to root for the event.
話になって、やっぱりね、こうふなっしー顔が小さいしスタイルもシュッとしてるからこうモデルとして出れるのかなと思って期待したんだけども、それはねちょっと考えさせてくれって言われて、でもとりあえずニューヨークのデザイナーの日本のデザイナーのハン・アンスンさんって方が衣装を作ってくれて、まず応援するアンバサダーだから会の応援をするっていう話になったらしいね。
So you know, since I was appointed as the ambassador, and I also have a very small face, and my figure is so nice, I thought I would be able to trot on the walkway together with the models, but unfortunately that had to be debated somehow. But anyway, Han An-soon, one of the designers, made me a dress, and I was able to wear that very fashionable, stylish dress as an ambassador, first of all.
I heard all the models would have liked you to be on the catwalk as well. So, is yellow the fashion, the color of the next winter and autumn season? So, because you are, yes, quite yellow.
モデルさんたちもきっとふなっしーと一緒にランウェイを歩きたかったと思いますけども、ところでふなっしー、その秋冬のショーだったということですけども、この秋冬のテーマカラーは黄色でしたか、やっぱり。何色だったんでしょう。
なんかそうでもなかったらしいな。
It wasn't yellow なし。
でもリハーサルをやらせてくれて、初めてそのニューヨークコレクションのランウェイっていうのを歩いたけど気持ちいいですな。
But you know what? I did walk on the runway. It wasn't the rehearsal, unfortunately, but it felt so good trotting on the runway.
ナッシーウォークっていうの決めたらしい。
I decided it should be called the Nashi walk, you know?
I just got some orders, so sorry. Typical male only can want things at the same time. When you went to the Fashion Week, after this I heard you went to the Empire State Building and suddenly out of the air you became some sort of really celebrity in New York. So if you walk around New York streets, people really greet you and celebrate you? Did it happen like this?
でふなっしー、そのニューヨークファッションウィークの後はなんとニューヨークのエンパイアステートビルディングに行かれたというふうに聞きましたけども、そこでなんか突然セレブになったんですって。
セレブ？ね、セレブなしなし？
Yes, celebrity なし he says. But そのセレブになったっていうことはやっぱりニューヨークの街中とかこう歩いてるとみんなわーキャーって言うんですか？
日本人観光客の食いつきは半端なかったんですな。
Oh, the Japanese tourists, boy did they react to me.
でもね、アメリカニューヨークの女の子たちもなし見てキャーキャー言ってくれてちょっと嬉しかったかしら。
Yeah, but I was really happy too because also some of the American New York girls also said yeah for me, so I was really happy, Nashi.
ね、エンパイアステートビルの方からそのなんか上の方にセレブリティピクチャーってあるし。
You know, and when I went up into the Empire State Building, there was a part before I went to the top where there was this hall with all these photos of celebrities, you know?
そしたらそこの中の写真にフラッシュも載せてくれるっていうんで、そこのホームページにアップされてました。
And they said I will be able to get in one of these photos. So now I'm on their homepage too.
なんか聞いたら日本でそこに載ったのは皇太子殿下様と日本大使と小野横さんしか乗ってないって聞いて、そこの横にふなっしー乗っけちゃっていいのって思ったけど。
And you know, I'm a bit overwhelmed about this because I heard, okay, who other are the Japanese that are in this hall with their photos? And they said, well, Crown Prince, the ambassador from Japan, and Oroyoko. So it's going to be like me, the fourth Japanese, and I really wonder if I should be there together with these people.
But you get used to it. Seems to have some fun during this time. I watched your video and I had the impression you enjoy being some celebrity, especially as the Funabashi city is not as big as New York and maybe it's more people celebrating you there.
大丈夫ですよ、ふなっしー、多分慣れますよ。だって、セレブとしての生活もきっとさらに国際的にね楽しめると思います。船橋市の規模に比べてニューヨーク市もうちょっとありますからね。
あ、そうです。でっかかったのしな。
Yeah, New York was huge.
池袋みたいだったらしい。
It was as big as 池袋、yeah.
なんかこのウォールにはミッキーマウスさんとかスパイダーマンさんとかあとタートルズさんとかが置いてあったから。ひょっとしたら ふなっしーもそのうちハリウッドデビューできるかなって期待してるしな。
Yeah, and here's my next ambition. You know, on this hall with all these photos, there was also Mickey Mouse and Spider-Man and Turtles too. So now I'm thinking maybe I can go to Hollywood.
あとね、そこにニューヨークの市のご当地キャラのバーディー君っていうのがいたらしい。
And also, there was this mascot, Birdie, and it's supposed to be the Gotochi character or the regional mascot Birdie of New York City.
そのバーOK。
Oh, so you had some sort of character summit or things like this.
なんかキャラクターサミットに参加されたとか。
あ、それはそれらしいバーディー君。サミットっつっても2キャラしかいない。
Yeah. Yes, Nashi. It was a summit with 2 characters. Yes.
Mostly the real summit have only 2 important characters like presidents or things like this. So I heard your hometown is quite happy because you promote business as well. Is it right that Japanese politics is thinking about changing Abenomics to Funanomics?
Yes, yes, Funanomics. This is a Funanomics.
質問はですね、船橋市の方でもですね、本当にふなっしーの活躍によってビジネスも拡大しているというふうに聞いていますけども、もう船橋市に限らず日本の政治においてもうアベノミクスにとって変わるフナノミクスなんていうのもありえますか？
Sorry. Thank you. ちょっとマイクインストールさせてもらったなし。
We just installed a microphone. Sorry, excuse me for that, Nashi.
そうですね、なんかふなっしーが活動することによってこう何かの経済効果をもたらすんであれば、それも一つのモチベーションになるかなと思ってるなし。
Yeah, it would be one motivation for me if, you know, acting as Funashi like this will give some economic result.
So what can people in Tokyo do? You have been in New York, you have been in your hometown, you have been some other places in the world, but most Japanese people live in Tokyo. Do they have any chance to meet you or to get one of your stuff or something like this?
ではちょっと国内での活動についても話して聞いてみたいと思いますけども、ニューヨークとか世界のあらゆる場所に最近訪問されてるみたいですけども、船橋ではなくて東京はどうですか？日本の人口って東京に密集してると思うんでたくさん人がいますけども、東京の皆さんとのこの交流みたいなものってあるんですか？みんな会えるんですかね、船橋に。
イベントで結構ね、都内でもやってて、女性がだいたい 90% ぐらい占めるけど、いっぱいお客さん来てくれるんだしな。
Oh yeah, I get to meet all of my fans in the events in Tokyo. We have events in Tokyo, and by the way, 90% of the people attending are women, but yes.
So, but you don't have any gender, so you don't care whether it's men or women.
そこでもフラッシー気にするところじゃないですよね。性別ないですもんね。Right, I don't.
びっくりした。
So surprised.
At least I'm happy you notice the difference.
少なくとも男女の違いを認識されていると。
そうですね。人はやっぱ男女分かれてるのは分かるんですよ。
Yeah, I know people are divided into 2 groups, men and women. Yes, I know that.
Yes, yes.
So, do you have any idea to change the situation and to get more men? Make more men your fans?
なんか今後の予定として男性のファン増やそうとかそういった取り組みとかはありますか？
でもなんかキャラクター好きな方があんま少ないなしな。むしろ今なんか徐々にお子さんのファンが増えてるなっていうのはファンレターの数で感じるなし。
Now, as I look at my fan letters, I think there's more children coming on board as the Funashi fan, not the men, because it seems like there's not so many men that love characters.
Oh, let's work on this. So you are unofficially, so we have many official Japanese characters. How did you manage to become a star without official support?
ではですね、その千葉県船橋市非公認キャラクターという立ち位置についてなんですけども、非公認なんですよね。
あ、そうだしな。
公認じゃないのになんでこんなにビッグスターになれたんですか？
多分これは日本人独特の感覚だと思うけれども、やっぱり昔から半眼名義って言葉があるんだしな。
You know, I think it's one of those typical Japanese traditional senses where we like the ones that are not the top winners. We root for the second and the under.
なしにはほとんどね、小なし状態、1個のなしが活動してたらどこの会社もついてないし、どこの事務所もいるわけでもない。 それでもこうひたむきに頑張って蹴落とされて登っていくような感じを見て、一つの物語として皆さんが見ていただいているのかなって気がするんだしな。
This is how I see the story. So I was acting as like one pair, right? I'm a solo. I'm on my own. I don't have a company backing me up. I don't have an agency. So I think people were looking at me and sort of empathizing as they saw me trying to do something and being kicked out, trying to do something and losing, and then over time, people start to look at this as a developing story and they start to engage.
One last question from me. You are quite, I know you have to sit down now, and I'm sorry for that. You are more the active type, so hyperactive.
ふなっしー座ってるの辛いでしょうね。だってもう本当にいつもすごい動いてますもんね。
そうだしな、結構じっとしてるのも辛いだしな。
I know, I don't like sitting still. No, it's hard for me.
風が入ってこない。
First of all, there's no ventilation here.
Yes, we work on it.
Inside.
Most of your colleagues are a bit slower in their movements. Even Kumamon is not as active as you. What is the reason for your activity? Is it the healthy, juicy pearls, or what is the reason why you are so different?
ゆるキャラといえばですね、ふなっしー大丈夫ですか？ゆるキャラといえばですね、例えばくまモンとかそれ以外にも動きが割とゆったりしたキャラがあると思うんですけども、ふなっしーだけすっごい動くじゃないですか。これはキャラの一環なんですか、それとも梨汁がどうなるとかそういったことと関係してるんですか？
そうだ、病気みたいに言わないでほしいですな。
Don't say it like it's some kind of disease.
最初はふなっしーもゆったりしてたらしい。
I was moving slow at the beginning too, actually.
ただたまたまこうやって
I just happened to shake like this.
風を取り入れてたらしい。
To get ventilation inside this,
いわゆるフルーツ呼吸ってやつにした。
It's called fruits ventilation or fruits inhale. Fruits breathe.
そしたらそれを見た周りのお客さんがすごい、もう一回やって、one more try, one more try.
Yeah, and they saw me sort of breathing and they said, hey, that's cute, do it again.
みんなそういうアクティブな動きが好きなんだなと思ってどんどん取り入れるようになったらしい。
Yeah, and then I figured out that people like very hyperactive, active characters, so I tried to do more and more of it. That's how it developed.
Okay. Now I think there should be or will be some questions from the floor. So whoever wants to ask Funabashi something, please raise your hand.
では、ご質問を受けしたいと思います。
Yes, Jake.
No questions?
No questions? No, I have a question.
あります、ふなっしー、あります。
ふなっしさん。Sorry.
何でも答えちゃうでしょ。
I'm gonna answer everything. Ask me anything.
All right. It says here you have a habit of lying, so you have to be careful. So try and answer the question as honestly as possible. Though your habit of lying makes you only different from one politician who says she was under control. Question: how do you feel about the current plan to change the Constitution, which would remove the word basic human rights from the Constitution? But you're not human, so I didn't notify you. I'll skip that question. How do you feel about the removal of a peace constitution to make Japan able to fight again? And are you willing to go fight and die for the Imperial Japanese Army?
はい、ではふなっしーは、虚言癖があるということなんで答えが全部嘘かもしれないんですけど、その辺は今日ちゃんとよろしくお願いしますね。
OK だし。
でふなっしーはなしですけども、こんな質問をしちゃいます。今の憲法改正の話がありますよね。この人権についてとか質問がありますけど、そうだ、ふなっしーは人間じゃなかったんで聞いてもしょうがないかもしれないけども、とにかくこの人間の権利とか平和憲法とかについて解釈を変えてこれから日本も戦えるようにするとか、そんなニュースがいっぱい出てますけど、それについてふなっしーどう思いますか？
めちゃくちゃ答えたくねえなしな。
Oh my gosh, I really don't want to answer that one.
Okay, thanks.
何事も平和に行ってほしいですな。
I hope everything goes well in peace. Everything should be in peace.
So you're saying you're in favor of the peace constitution. Thank you very much.
わかりました。今憲法の解釈についてふなっしーの考え方がわかりました。ありがとうございます。
So we have 90% of your fans are women. I see in this room more women than normally. So maybe one of the ladies has a question to you.
女性からの質問いかがですか？ファンもね、9割女性ということですけども。
OK ですよ。
今日女性多いですね。
Hello, Nash-san.
Hello.
Lucy from Kyoto News. So more and more people know overseas about you now, and maybe you can become a symbol of Japan. But do you think that you can become a good symbol of Japan? And what characteristics of Japanese people's spirit do you have? And secondly, where are you planning to go overseas next? Thank you.
共同通信のソフィーさんです。2つ質問がありましてですね、1つはですね、もはや日本のシンボルとも言っていいぐらいのキャラクターになりつつあるわけですけども、その日本を代表するキャラの一つとしてですね、どういった日本人の魂というかスピリットをふなっしーはお持ちですか？そんな特徴をですね、少し教えていただければなと思います。あと2つ目の質問はどういった海外の国に今後行ってみたいかという質問です。
とりあえず、私の質問なんだっけ？
First question 日本魂です。
日本魂。
ふなっしー休憩します？ふなっしー
大丈夫ですよ。
お水いる
大丈夫。Don't worry とりあえず日本人っていうか梨の妖精なんだけれども、やっぱりね、大和魂としては果敢に何でもチャレンジするっていうのがふなっしーのモットーだしな。もうね、失敗してもいい経験になったなと思って何でもやるし、この回も多分そうだと思います。
Alright, so first question, the spirit of Japanese that Funashi will represent might be to make challenges and go forward with courage, because that is one of the good spirits of the Japanese people, although I'm a fairy. You know, maybe this conference itself might be another failure, but I would like to overcome any failure I make, going forward and continue to make brave challenges. 2つ目の質問は、海外どこに行きたいかな？
とりあえず今度ね、南極行くことになってるんだし。
Oh, I have plans to go to South Pole next, actually.
それがね、今からちょっと楽しみでしょうがないんです。
Yeah, I'm looking forward to going to the South Pole.
パスポロ
South
What will you do there?
南極には何をしに行くんです
With
か？
penguins.
なんか南極の海に沈められるらしいです。
I think the plan is they're going to sink me in the oceans of the South Pole. That's what I've
日本
heard.
のね、テレビ局はもうデンジャーすぎてやばいですな。
The things that Japanese television companies make you do, it's just so
シ
dangerous.
ャーベットになって帰ってくるんですよ。
I'm probably going to turn into like a pear sherbet by the time I come home.
Before I ask the next person to ask a question, maybe you want to jump a bit for ventilation. So,
ちょっとふなっしー休憩します？次の質問入る前に飛びます？
あ、OK でしょ。
換気をして。
so who else wants to ask a question?
Thank you for waiting.
So all this recent smartphones are asking for questions? No.
Another question, okay?
So who else? You late over there, and then you.
台湾連合軍のライブをします。ふなっしーは200以上の兄弟がいますと思うんですけど、兄弟の同体共演は可能ですか？私の
274体全部ってことのし
2人とも3人とも。
船五郎っていうのが今こっちの妖精界から人間の世界にやってきて、ちょくちょく仕事してるんですよ。仕事って言っちゃいけないんだしな。
So this is Rai-san from Taiwan, and the question was that so Funashi, she's heard that has siblings over 200, and so do you have plans to sort of do something together with them? And Funashi's answer was, well, there's 274 siblings in all, and there's one named Funagoro who has moved from the world of the fairies to this human beings world, and we sometimes work together. Oops, I shouldn't have said work, he said.
この前は動画から見ると、ふなっしーの中国語はすごく上手なので、
Your Chinese was really good, you know.
台湾への進出の準備ですか？
Are you practicing Chinese so that you can go into Taiwan next for your next field?
急にビジネス臭がしてきたんですね。
It smells so much like a business.
でも台湾の人たちがふなっしーのことをよく知っててくれて、実際に台湾にも4回ぐらい行ってるんだし。
But actually, the people in Taiwan have a good awareness of me. I've been to Taiwan 4 times already, too.
で会場にもうふなっしーの格好した台湾の子たちがもうぎっしり待ってて、ちょっとそれは感動しちゃったしな。
And I was really touched and moved with something, you know. I went to this hall where my fans were supposed to be, and there they were, all in Funashi costumes. So there was like a whole hall of Funashis.
でね、すでにね、ふなっしーの偽物が台湾歩いてたってツイッターで来たらしい。
And I also heard news that there's lots of fake Funashis walking on the streets of Taiwan, too.
So did you ever have some sort of family gathering, or was the Taiwan experience the most impressive according to the number of funashis?
そのふなっしーの兄弟で集まるその家族会みたいなものってあるんですか？それともそういうのはなくって、台湾でその会場いっぱいにふなっしーの着ぐるみを着た人とこう家族会をやってるような気分になったっていうことなんでしょうかね。
どっちかというと後者だしな。
The latter would be more true.
Okay, you had the question.
J キャストニュースの工藤と申します。日本語で失礼します。先ほどちょっと司会の方からちょっと名刺が名前だったんですが、くまモン、ゆるキャラとして比較をされることも多いと思うんですが、ふなっしーにとってくまモンというのはどういう存在でしょうか。やはりライバルだとお考えでしょうか。例えば2013年の紅白歌合戦ではかなり強い調子で取っ組み合いをされてて。関ジャゲートの方から、くまモンはルールの中でやってるけども、ふなっしーもそれを守れと、そういうふうに割ときつく言われていたと思うんですが、そのあたりのそういう取っ組み合いをされた時の気持ちとか、そのあたり含めて聞かせていただきたいと思います。
This is Mr. Kudo from JCast. His question is about Funashi in comparison to Kumamon, which was alluded earlier. So Kumamon is also a popular yurukara or a soft mascot. So Funashi, how do you perceive Kumamon? Is Kumamon a rival, or what is Kumamon to you? I have seen you actually have a fist fight basically with Kumamon in the 2013 end of the year Kohaku singing contest, and Kanjani 8, the idol group, was telling you to follow rules like Kumamon does, you know? So I was observing that and wondering what your answer would be to my question.
くまモン先輩だしな。非常に尊敬してるんだし。ご当地キャラとしてふなっしーが出てこれたのも、昔からヒコニャン、くまモン、バリーさんとか西国とかいろんなキャラクターがこう徐々に認知を増やして、その後にふなっしーが来たっていうのが先人たちの先人違うしな、先人たちのおかげだと思ってるから、すごい尊敬してたしな。確かにちょっとコロナの時はね揉めたらしい。くまモン先輩圧が強くてなんかもんどり返っちゃったらしな。でも基本的には仲いいんですよ。ライバルじゃなくて一緒にこのキャラクター界を盛り上げる大事な仲間だと思ってるんだし。
So Kumamon is a senior colleague to me. So he's senior. He led the path for following soft characters like us. So I respect Kumamon. And there were other characters as well, mascots like Barry and the other ones, who all trying to play their role very hard so that they gain awareness more and more. So with the efforts of my senior colleagues, you know, I was able to appear and start my career here. So it's really because of this leading people. Oops, not the people, but the leading mascots, he said. Oh, but you know what? Kumamon was pressuring me a little bit in that Kohaku end of the year singing program, so I kind of wanted to revolt, and that happened. But usually we work together very well to make sure that this yurukara industry, or the circle, becomes more active.
So, more questions from the audience? Yes.
I'm Peter Landers from the Wall Street Journal. We're a business newspaper.
ウォールストリートジャーナルのビジネス誌ですけども。
メジャーなところ来たらしな。
Oh wow, a major media.
How much do you charge for 1 hour?
ふなっしー時給いくらですか？
時給多分なし1000個ぐらいだと思うらしい。
1,000 pairs approximately.
What's the price for a good Chiba pair now? 1,000 pairs?
今梨1個いくらですかね？船橋市の美味しい梨1個で。
あ、美味しいなし？計算したなし？
You gonna calculate?
生々しくなっちゃうなし？
Oh, that's too real.
ファンタジーですね。
This is all the fantasy you have to remember, right?
Yes, I'm working for economics paper as well, so I know you can't pay him. He's just behind the limits. Again, I said I'm losing the game. So better to ask you the questions.
経済誌もいらっしゃってるというのは認識しますけど、どうしてもこういう質問には答えてくれないんですね。
So, any more questions?
次のご質問ございますか？
Yeah. By the way, as long as a gentleman needs time, did you ever meet Chiba-kun?
千葉君と会いましたか？
あ、千葉君とはもうイベントで何回も。
All the time in events.
All the time. So you are some sort of close friends meanwhile.
特に仲良しですか？
あ、もちろんだし、同じ千葉県出身で、千葉君が千葉の大名だとしたら、むしろいわゆる農民クラスなんですよ。
So of course, you know, Chiba-kun is kind of like the lord of Chiba, and I'm like a farmer. Yes.
Okay, good description. So please.
My name is Khalil Hassan. I'm ambassador of Bahrain from the Middle East. I'm very, very impressed by this beautiful culture. I'm very impressed by the Nasi and the interpreter herself again. She's very interesting the way she's doing the interpretation. I heard that you are working on peace issues. And my question is for you, you will accept if we invite you to our National Day reception in December and join us with your message of peace? Thank you very much. I enjoyed very much the presentation.
感想とですね、ご招待です、ふなっしー。大使からですね、本当に今日の会見を見ていて、これは日本の美しい文化、カルチャーの一つだなというふうに感銘を受けて聞いておりました。
あ、嬉しいですね。ありがとうございます。
He's very pleased with your comments. Thank you. And それでですね、今年の12月にですね、平和に関する話ということで、少しレセプションというか会合がありますけども、そこにふなっしーぜひ来ていただいてですね、平和についてちょっと話をしてくれませんかというお誘いでした。
平和について。
Peace? About peace?
いいですよ。多分ふなっしーが呼ばれるってことは多分平和な証拠だと思います。
Yes, Nashi. Yes, sir, of course, because if I'm invited, it means that place should be an already peaceful place. So yes.
Okay. You want to go? Okay, please come.
Andy Klein, WCN-TV.com. I heard you're an Aerosmith fan, is that right?
エロスミスのファンって本当ですか？
Yes, yes, yes.
Would it be possible for you to sing us your favorite Aerosmith song?
ちょっと一声お願いできますか？ Yes.
Walk this way. Walk this way. Walk this way.
すごいね。
ありがとうございます。
This will bring you a few more invitations, I'm sure.
また招待が増えるね、なし。
Another question? Okay.
Funashi-san, well, I know you have no gender. How would you feel about going out with or possibly marrying a Yonashi?
ふなっしーは性別がないというふうに理解してますけども、結婚とかどうなんですかね。例えば洋梨さんと結婚するとか、そういった考え方については何かご意見ありますか？
品種改良ってことだし。
Improvement of the breed you're talking about.
難しいそうだしな。でもふなっしーにとって洋梨っていうのはいわゆる外国 たいな感じだしな。
I mean, that's kind of difficult because, you know, for me,
私like a Taylor Swift.
a yonashi would be something very foreign to me, you know, like Taylor Swift.
But you like foreign things like Aerosmith, so would you consider it if you met the right yonashi?
でも洋物好きですよね、ふなっしー。だから適切なその洋梨にあったら結婚も検討してもいいかななんて思ったりしませんか？
戸籍ないから結婚とか無理なんですよ。
I'm not registered as an ID here on this planet, so I cannot get married. It's impossible.
Thank you. Someday maybe you will have human rights as well.
ありがとうございます。いつかふなっしーも人権をですね、勝ち得ることができるといいです。Oh yeah.
This brings me to another question. You just thought one of your relatives, one of the friends, decided to become some sort of human being and leave the fairy world. Did you ever think about that?
I think he meant the fairy is in the world of human beings
Yes.
right now. ふなっしー、人間になりたいとか思ったりしませんか？ちょうどこの話が出たところで。
そういうのしな。
Let's see.
でも人間になったらいろいろ面倒なことがいっぱい起きそうだしな。
Things seem quite complicated if I become a human being.
I agree.
その通り。
しばらくはね、梨のままでいいかなと思ってなし。
I think I should stay a pear for a while.
There's the next question.
Hello, Funashi. I'm from Hungary. I'm a sportsman, and I have two questions. First, when Tokyo hosts the Olympic Games, you would like to attending, and which sports do you like? I think you may be better than Usain Bolt. What do you think?
でハンガリーからのスポーツ紙の方ですけども、そのオリンピックがですね、今度、日本でありますけども、ご参加の予定ありますか？それから好きなスポーツとかありませんか？きっといいアスリートになるんじゃないかと思ってますが。
参加は多分聖火ランナーとかやりたいなしな。
Maybe I can hold the torch. I would like to be the runner with a torch. That's how I would like to participate in the Olympics.
もしやらせてくれるなら、この頭のヘタを燃やしてもいいんだし。
And then, you know, if they will allow me to run with a torch, I can even sacrifice the top of the pear too, you know. I can let it burn with the fire if they will allow me.
So, and can I show you my super power skill now?
Yours?
Yeah.
僕もちょっと見せたいスキルがあるんですけども、見たいですか？
Yes, yes.
Look at this.
Yeah. No, what?
So this is my superpower. Thank you.
これが僕の超能力です。
So,
混んできたらしな。
Wow, that was abrupt, she said.
it's more famous characters in our room than we thought. So,
こ
please.
ちらもね、かなり有名なキャラクターですよね。
こんにちは、皆さん。FN スペイン通信のマリアと申します。One of the first times I saw one of your shows, you were in America and you were participating in some kind of festival similar to the Tomatina. It's this festival where people threw tomatoes at each other. Did you enjoy it?
ある番組で見たんですけど、ふなっしーまた以前もアメリカに行ってですね、なんかお祭りに参加してましたね。どうもその映像を見るとみんなトマトを投げつけ合っていたようなんですけども、楽しかったですか、ふなっしー？
シアトルの方でテレビのロケで、トマト祭りみたいなやつでスペインでもやるやつですね。
Yeah, the one that they do in Spain as well, right? It was a tomato festival in Seattle that I was in.
もうね、前日ぐらいからトマトが積み上がってて、当日真夏だからもう半分トマト腐ってたのし。
You know, there was like piles and piles of tomatoes from the day before the festival in preparation, but it was hot, summertime, so half of them were already rotten.
Will we come to Spain to participate in the Valencian festival, or do you want to go on to, for example, San Fermin with the bulls?
ということでスペインに来てもらうことはできますか？例えばバレンシアの紅葉のトマトフェスティバルとか。
スペイン危険な祭りがいっぱいだしな。
Yeah, I know that Spain is full of dangerous festivals. Yeah, I'd love to go.
パンプローラの牛追い祭りとか。
Pamplona, and then the ones there where they chase the bulls. Yes. はい。
So please come to Spain.
じゃあぜひスペインに来てくださいね。
Okay, thank you.
So the longer you stay here, the more invitations you will get. So let me ask the question: is there any place in Japan or in the world you would like to go? Maybe we can organize some sort of invitation.
なんかふなっしーここに座っている限りどんどんいろんな招待が来てるみたいですけども、本当にここ行きたいなって思うところどこかありますか？日本でも海外でも。
でもイタリア行った時にやっぱ海に面してるとか料理が美味しいなと思ったんで、先ほど言われたスペインとかポルトガルは行ってみたいなと思ったんですな。
Yeah, I'd like to go to Spain, maybe Portuguese as well, because I really enjoyed the delicious food when I was in this place in Italy, you know, dining out, facing the ocean. It was wonderful.
What food do you like? This is I never thought about.
好きな食べ物とか聞けばいいんですかね？
もつ煮。
He likes cooked gut.
Oh, really? So, the next question, please.
では次行きましょうか。
Sorry, I have one more question. I think many foreign tourists are coming to Japan these days, but very few of them will go to your hometown of Funabashi. Can you give a recommendation of Funabashi to foreign tourists, and are you ready to welcome them? And what would you like them to do there? Thank you.
今日本といえばですね、外国人観光客インバウンドのですね、観光客がどんどん増えてるっていう話がありますけども、皆さん日本に来てもらっても船橋まで行く人はそんなに多くないのかもしれません。そういった意味で船橋どうですかね。なんか船橋のおすすめスポットをご紹介いただくとか、それから実際に船橋に来てもらったらどういうふうにしておもてなししたいと思いますか？
船橋って言ったら結構商業施設が多いなしな。
Well, there's a lot of commercial sites in Funabashi. That's what we're known for one.
有名なとこだとやっぱララポートっていうのがあるらしい。ここがね、年間入場者数が東京ディズニーランドに匹敵するぐらいお客さんが来るらしいな。
So in terms of commercial facilities, there are shopping centers, and one of the popular one is Lala Port. I heard that the traffic in Lala Port per annum is as much as Tokyo Disneyland.
そこにね、3月6日にふなっしーのお店がオープンするらしい。
And guess what? My store is going to open on March 6th.
よかったら来てらっしー。
That's tomorrow, so please come if you'd like. Yeah, Funashi store is going to open up in Lala Port tomorrow.
いや、いいふりだったらしいな。
That was a really good question for me to announce this.
Thank you for question.
So, yes, please.
弁護士 .com というニュースページの
そんなとこ来ちゃうらしい。
She's from attorney.com, and Funashi is saying, "Oh my gosh, even that is here."
最近働きすぎて休みが取れないとか仕事や危険ばかり押し付けられるとかそういった悩みって何かありますか？
I'm here to ask you, whether you're working too hard recently, Funashi, yourself, or maybe you do all these very dangerous acts and put to risk, Do you have any concerns or worries regarding your work life, Funashi?
相談に乗ってくれらしい。
You're gonna give me a consultation? Do I need to pay you?
いらないです。
It's pro bono.
でもこうやってね、皆さんが喜んでいただけるうちは本当頑張ろうかなって思ってるんだしな。
Oh, I plan to continue this while everybody's enjoying me.
でも落ち着いたら地元の保育園とか子供たちの前で喜ばせればいいかなと思ってるんですね。
And then when things settle down, I think I'll just be in a nursery school or a kindergarten in the Funabashi neighborhood and just entertain them.
So, how many years passed by since you grow on some nice nashi tree in your hometown?
ふなっしーはですね、その地元船橋市で木に生まれたんですよね。
そうらしいよ。梨の木から出てきたの。
梨の木から。それいつのことだったんですか
？2012年3月ぐらいのしな。
Oh, well, that was about March 2012. Somewhere around there.
約3年経ったのしな。
It's about 3 years.
So we are 3 years old now. We are coming to an end. So whoever has questions should use the opportunity to raise their hands now.
他にご質問ございますか？
all are happy with you. See this. So, which is your plan for the next days? So, tell us. The Attorney General was a bit concerned about your work-life balance. So, what is for tomorrow and the day after tomorrow? What is your plans for this week?
ふなっしーのですね、もう働きすぎについて心配もしてくれてる人もいるみたいですけども、今週のご予定とかどうですか？例えば明日とか明後日とかどんなご予定なんですか？
明日がまさしくそのオープン日です。
Yeah, tomorrow is the opening of my shop.
イベントでお客さんたちで喜ばしに行きますし。
So I'm going to go there to please the customers who come see the opening of the store.
でそれ終わったらもう9日からずっと月末ぐらいまで南極にいるなしな。
And then I'm going to the South Pole, which I was talking about, all the way from the 9th of March till the end of the month. Yep, that's the schedule.
Good. So, we asked many questions. You answered very polite and very good. Maybe you have a message to sing or to show or to give the audience to say bye-bye. But before you do so, we have a tradition in this club to make our guests honorary member for 1 year. I know your main meal and your favorite meal now. I don't know whether we can manage to do this, but whenever you want to come and to relax from your hard work, you are welcome with us to join us and enjoy the club, which is quite nice in the evening. And as I just leave this for you, because now you have the last word of this conference to tell the audience.
もし締めにですね、最後何かおっしゃっていただくとかやっていただくとかあれば最後にお願いしたいと思いますけども、その前にこの封筒をお渡ししましたのはですね、これはここのクラブの1年間ここでいつでも使っていただけるというもので、ふなっしーお仕事で疲れたら来てね、特に夜はいいですよっていう。
本当だし。
いったご案内。
ここね、夜な夜ななんかパーティーやってるんですよ。
Really? What do you do in this club? Do you do parties all longer?
Yes, you're always welcome. This is the third invitation for today.
いつでも来てくださいね。今日持って、はい。
Thank you, thank you.
So now it's up for you to sing or sing or whatever you do for your time.
本当に今日はこんな素晴らしい会にね、お呼びいただきましてありがとうございます。
Thank you very much for this wonderful event. Thank you very much.
またお忙しい中来ていただきましてありがとうございます。
Thank you for sparing your time from your busy schedules too.
おかげさまで3年間も梨を続けられて本当に嬉しく思ってますらしい。
And you know, it's really thanks to you all that I've been able to continue this pair for 3 years now.
これも最初誰もファンがいない頃から一人一人増えていったその応援の皆様の応援のおかげだと思ってるんだし。
And this could not happen without my fans, each and every one of them, because it was really one by one.
最後に感謝感激なし汁プシャをしたらしい。
So I'd like to thank you with my last act, which will mean, thanks, I'm so impressed, pear juice push up.
ペアジュースプシャをやるのに感謝はなんだし。
Thank you, でいいんじゃないですか。Thank you, I'm so impressed. Impressed.
Impressed.
Thank you, impressed, pear juice push up.
Thank you. ありがとうございました。いくらしい？ Let's go.
大事だからお願いします。ありがとうございました。